First of all, this is a very good website, and let me show you. If I refresh it, I want you to see something. So there's this text that animates inside, and then there's this highlighter just comes up, which is very good. And then we have a bunch of icons around here, and just see what happens when I scroll. So I'm starting to scroll, and then there's also a video here. So when I scroll, you can see that we have the icons kind of going behind the video section. Then as you scroll, you get to experience the whole website, which is very good in itself. Yeah, but pretty much what I really want to show you today is how to build this hero section. Hero section is the first point that your visitor gets to know about your website. So it could be the one that you focus most on when building your website. So without further ado, let's build this together. My name is Joe and this is Frima Dive. Let's get started. So we are in our hero section where we want to throw in our elements, our images, our icons, and our message. So to make this fast and simple, come to the left part of your Framer workspace and you can see insert. So I want you to click insert and go to these pre-made sections by Framer. So if you can see this first one, this really resembles our website. So I'm just gonna drag it inside, and then voila, we have a bunch of text and buttons inside. So now we're gonna go directly and try and now put this in reality. We're gonna create this text and these buttons. Okay, this is the full website. So I'm gonna minimize it and just go to my workspace. So here I had already created the bunch of elements, and this I have a stack here, and this stack has the two buttons. As you can see, I have the left orange button and I have the white button. So but first I'm gonna just copy and paste all these elements inside this header container. This is my header container. So I'm just gonna go here and I'm gonna copy this hero animation, Control-C on your keyboard, and then just come to your header and paste it inside. And then I'm gonna do the same for the other elements. Nice. So what you see here is inside this header, the one that we just dragged inside, we've added more content. We've added the content that we want to have on our website. So I'm just gonna go now to the initial content that we had, and I'm gonna delete every single one of them. Nice. So now, as you can see, we have the contents that we've just added inside the header section. But now let's arrange them so that we can have a good order. So let's go to this stack here with the one with the bird, and I'm just gonna drag it up, and then I'm gonna go to this one is okay. Now pretty much we now have something resembling a website. Okay, so let's go back. So now what we need to do now is we need to add another section. We need to add another layer on top of the header. Okay, in short, we want to have this header inside its own section, which we're gonna call it the hero section. So to do that, I want you to hold Control Alt Enter to create a stack. Okay, so Control Alt Enter. As you can see, we now have a stack on top of the header. So this, I'm gonna call this my hero section. Why are we doing this? We're doing this so that we can have a specific hero, and then we have the header as a single unit, because the hero, which has other bunch of elements inside it. It has this text. It also has this, it also has these icons. It also has this video as an element. That's why we need to create this hero by itself. Okay, And as you can see, we also want this hero to have a direction from top to bottom, not from, currently it's horizontal, and as you can see, we have two two sort of sandwiched together. We want it to change the direction, so come to the hero, click the hero, and come to the layout, and I want you to change the direction from top to bottom like that. Now as you can see, we have just we changed the direction. Okay, so now again, I'm gonna come and now add these elements, these icons that I had already built. So I'm gonna come here, icons, I'm gonna click the icon. So the icon, I have the icon container, and inside the icon container I have now my icons inside it. So I have this icon, I have this icon, I have this icon, I have this icon. So let me just give you a brief idea of what I have here. So this icon container has this diamond thing, and this diamond is like the effect, but I'm gonna just remove it so that I can show you why we need it. But what we have now, we have this container. Inside it, I've just copy pasted these icons inside it, and then this container is, all these icons inside it are positioned absolutely, meaning they all, it's like free form, so I can drag them wherever I want, and yeah, pretty much it. So I'm gonna copy this icon container and I'm gonna drag it inside my hero, which I've just built. I'm gonna paste it, Ctrl V inside it. So now as you can see, it came just below this header part. Okay, this is because again we had put this hero into a layout, as you can see, and it runs from top to bottom. That's why this came to the bottom, but we wanted to surround this text. So we're gonna come to the icon container and I'm gonna change the positioning of this container to absolute positioning. Nice. So now as you can see, it is now positioned absolutely on my hero section, which is this. Bingo. So the next thing that we're gonna do now is we're gonna add the video inside it. So remember, we have this video just beneath here, so we're gonna add it. So I'm gonna go to my, I'm just gonna go to my header. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate my header, and as you can see, this header has we have the header inside here. We have a problem here because the icon container is pinned to the bottom, so we want it to be pinned to the top, and we want to give it a distance from the top. As you can see, this dotted line, want it to have like 80, so it's going to be pinned 80 from the top, and then we also want to drag it up above like that to about a height of 530 is good. So now again, let's come to the one that we just duplicated, and let's call this our video. Let's call this our video section. Okay, and then so in this video section we're gonna now put in our video. So I'm gonna go and delete every single element inside it, and then in this video section I'm just gonna come here to, I'm gonna now add I'm gonna draw a frame inside it, so that it's going to be our video container. So inside this frame I'm gonna make sure that it has a layout, and then I'm gonna set the width to fill, and then I'm gonna make sure that the height is set to, let's just leave it like that for now. Okay, and then I'm gonna get rid of the color. So now we have our video section, and then inside it we have this stack, and the reason why we've set this stack to fill, and it has a fixed height of 503, and we still have spaces around it, it's because of the padding on the video section. So as you can see, the video section has a padding of 40, but let's just ignore that for now. So let's come to the stack and let's name this the video container. Okay, so now here we're gonna come to our insert, and then I'm gonna drag my video inside here, and then I'm gonna click here on the URL, our source, and I'm gonna upload it from my computer. I'm gonna choose the video here, and I'm gonna add it inside. Nice. So the video is inside. Make sure my video is tightly, I'm just gonna try and make it big enough, and make sure that my video is well fit. So I'm just gonna drag it like this. So normally this video has its own aspect ratio, so I'm just gonna try and adjust it, make sure that my aspect ratio, or my video frame, or this video edges, is well seen, so we can see the video quite well. So once we do that, which I think now it's good, I can come and lock this aspect ratio. So as means when I adjust the width and the height of this, the height always goes together. So the height and the width will always go together. So I want this video frame, which is this, I want it to fill my available space. So like that. And then as you can see, we can still see that part of it is being eaten like by this video container. So I'm gonna now go to a video container and I'm gonna adjust the height to fit the content. Nice. As you can see, now we have the video in clear view. So if we go back to our website, we can see that this video has kind of like a nice boundary around it. As you can see, we have like a boundary around it. So to do that, to create that, we need to add another layer on top of this video container. So this video container, in other words, we need to add another video container. Let me show you. So if I come to my video container, click Ctrl Alt Enter to create another stack on top of the video container. Okay, and then I'm gonna call this my video container. Again, so we have two video containers. Let's just call it this, the top one. Okay, so this video container, we're gonna add a padding so that we can now see the spaces, the padding around it. Okay, so come to the video container, which is also set to fill and fit, and we're gonna add a padding of like 24, not bird, and then we can see clearly what is happening, because we also need to make sure that these two containers have edges, they should have visible edges. So if I go to my video container on top and I come here to the border, I can adjust the border color to like black. I think black is good, or let me use gray. And then now, as you can see, we have the border around it. And then the same video container has some radius of like 12. Let's use 12. And then let's go to the other video container and do the same thing. Add a border of gray, and then we can also have a radius of like 12. Nice. So now, as you can see, we have something resembling that, although our padding is quite big, as you can see. So we're gonna come here to the padding and perhaps put something like 12. Nice. So now, as you can see, we have the video is wrapped inside a nice very similar kind of edges as in our website. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go to the video container again, and we're gonna fill it with some color. So if I put red, as you can see, now it really pops out. Okay, but now we're gonna use gray just to create some good color contrast. And then I'm gonna try and reduce the color opacity. Just try and make it like 25 is good. Now this is pretty good. So if we view our website, we have something nice. So we have the video here, and then we have our hero section. So this is our hero section. But also notice, as I refresh, I have some effect elements, which I'm also gonna show you how to do it. And yeah, so if let me remove this effect and let me add now the effect, appear effect. Now, as you can see, if we view our website, this does not have an effect. So I'm just gonna come here to effect, and I'm gonna click appear, and then I'm gonna click here enter, and then I'm gonna make sure, okay, go back, click here scale in, slide in bottom, and then I'm gonna click here enter, and then I'm just gonna change the transition to around 500 and this to around 60. Sorry, 60. Yeah. So now if we view our website, you can see we have something, although we also need to change the speed of it. So this, we can put a delay of 0.2, so we can have a slight delay before the appear effect comes into view. Now as you can see, we have this nice delay. So the only difference between this text effect and this other is that this one has a delay of 0.2, and then these other ones, which is the stack, it has an effect delay of 0.4, and this other one has an effect delay of 0.6. So everything else is pretty much the same. Okay, so now we have our website, and so now what now actually remains is to create that thing. When we scroll, we can see this bunch of text moving down. Okay, again, now as you can see, I've set my screen to like a big screen. That's why you see that we have a problem here, because if I reduce the sizing, you can see that we have a problem with the size and the width of the video. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back to the video. Let's go back to the video section, and then I'm gonna go to the video container, and I'm gonna tie some screws so that in case we increase the width of our screen, nothing happens. So to tie the screws, I'm gonna come here to I'm gonna click this icon here. I'm gonna click here maximum width, and I'm gonna give it a maximum width of like 1200, so that it will never go beyond 1200 even if we increase the size of my screen. So if I increase my size of my screen like this, you can see it remains where it's supposed to be. Okay, so now let's go now to the interesting part, where we can see as we scroll down, we can see these icons going just below the video. Okay, so to do that, come to the icon container and let's add some magic. Again, we go to effects, and then we go to scroll transform, and then we want, when a certain section is in view, we can see the animation happening. But wait a minute, you can see no sections. So we need to go back to our desktop and define a specific section inside this desktop. So I'm gonna come here to my video section, and I'm gonna define this as my section. So I'm gonna come here to scroll section, and I'm gonna call this my video section. And then I'm gonna go back to my icon container. I'm gonna add now a scroll section in view, and I'm gonna add here video section. I'm gonna set it to viewport to bottom of the viewport, and then I'm gonna put here from. Of course, I want the opacity to be 1. This is now the initial stage. I want the scale to be 1, and then I'm gonna go back, and then I want it to move all the way to, I want to scale it just a bit, that we can see the icon are kind of scaling down like this. But even more important, I want them to have an offset. So you're gonna come here to your y-axis, and you're gonna drag it down like this. Sorry, you're gonna drag it down so that we have set it around like this. So we're gonna drag it all the way down. So I'm just holding my mouse on my left and then just dragging it down like that, and I think that is good enough. So now we have a scale. We want it to scale to like 0.8. We can even use 0.6, and we have an offset of like 598. So the initial stage is here. As you can see, we have an opacity of 1 and offsetting all the way to 598. So now when we view our content, as you can see, as we scroll, we can see now the contents are going down. But now we don't want the contents to be seen on top of the video, so we're gonna give it a z-index of below the video. So let's go back to our icon container and make sure that it has a z-index of like 0. And also let's make sure that our video section has a z index of like 1 or 2. So come here to styles and just add a z index. Give it a z index of like 2. So a z index basically means that the video will be above the icons. So when we scroll, the icons should be below the video, and we won't be able to see the icons as we scroll. So now as I scroll, as you can see, kind of go behind the video container. Nice. So but now we have another problem. As you can see here, we have this, we have this kind of like a white thing. It's not going directly into the video. So this is now where we go and fix this space. As you can see, we have a space between our video section and the video container. So if we go to our video section and go to the padding, we're just gonna remove the top padding, give it like 0. Nice. Now we have, so the moment it goes below, it goes directly inside. Let me show you. The moment it goes directly inside this, this video section. And then we also have another problem. We need also to make sure that the video section has no fill color. So I'm gonna remove it, and yeah, pretty much it. So now as you scroll, you can see that there's a nice appearance here, that because we made this to be transparent, we can see that the icons are really going behind the video. So that's pretty much it. I hope you've understood this. So in the next video that I'm gonna release is gonna be part 2 of this video, where I'm going to show you how to build this, how to build this highlighter. As you can see, when I enter this website, there's this nice highlight that comes in. So congratulations on building this effect with me, and for you to really try and get your hands dirty on this, I'm gonna create a remix file in the description, and you guys can follow along. And pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next chapter.